everyone, Jus4SweetZ here. So today we're going to be doing another freezer meal, and this one's pretty simple. This is a Thai green curry chicken, and not everybody loves curry, but I happen to really like it. So this is one that I wanted to throw in there because it's super easy. Great for families that are always on the go or both parents work. These meals are easy to put together when you have a day off. You can kind of just throw everything together. And not only that, but if you catch your items on sale, you can make these for really, really low prices. And it's all about saving pennies right now for us. So you go and you buy the curry mix is already pre-made. I got this one at Trader Joe's. I'm sure you can find them somewhere else. If you don't have a Trader Joe's, just go to look at your supermarket first, into the Oriental or that section in there, and if not, then go check out maybe some markets, or I'm sure you can find green curry sauce if you don't have a Trader Joe's. But anyway, it's all pre-made. So that's something that you add in at the last minute. So basically what we're prepping is we're prepping our vegetables and our chicken so that we can just throw everything into the crock pot or into a pan and simmer it and be done with it. Excuse me. It's morning, and I'm definitely having my allergy issues today. We just had a snowstorm. So anyway, okay. So I got my chicken breasts, and I bought a big value pack so that I could make 2 or 3 meals out of this. And I got these for $1.98 a pound, which is a great deal. And this whole pack of chicken breasts cost me $9.27. I'm actually only going to use 2 because these are fairly large for our chicken curry. So using only 2, I still have 3/4 of a pack left, and I can make 2 other meals out of it. So you can see how easy this is. Now, if you need more chicken than that, add more chicken, and then you might need to add more sauce as well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this package open. Make sure that you have a clean surface, and make sure that after you cut the chicken, you clean everything very well, because you don't want to risk having, getting salmonella. Okay, so you can see how large those chicken breasts are and how many we have left still. So you only need a couple of them. These are huge. Again, when they're not as tiny, when they're a little bit larger, they're not as tender. So I'm actually going to soak our chicken in the freezer in coconut milk to soften them up a little bit. So basically all you want to do is go ahead and cut these, and we're going to cut them into chunks. So with your knife, let me make sure you can see. All right. And I probably should have cut the vegetables first. So from now on, cut your vegetables prior to cutting your meat, because once you cut your meat, then you've really got to clean that cutting board good before you do your vegetables. But we're going to cut chunks. So I'm just cutting this way, cutting into strips. So we're going to chunk this chicken up, and then you want to make the pieces as even as possible. So I kind of keep everything out so I can see it. Some of the chicken is thicker in spots, so you want to make sure that you just cut it as even as possible. That way everything cooks evenly. All right, so I'm just going to keep cutting those, and you can do 2 at a time. You don't have to do it in slow motion like I was. You can see, though, that you can get a lot of chicken out of this. All right, so that chicken breast is done, and now this extra large one. And cut these up. What you want to have ready is your Ziploc freezer baggie with your date and what contents are in it, or basically what meal it is that you have in your freezer bag. Now these are the quart size bags, because you want to be able to fit your whole meal in there. So that's what you want to look for. And again, they have a spot on them where you can put the date and what's in there, which makes it kind of convenient. And I just usually use a Sharpie on it and write my date on there. All right, so we've got this all chunked up, ready to go. Now, because I did it backwards, now I need to clean my cutting board so that I can do my vegetables. But first, before I do that, let me wash my hands. Make sure you use warm water and soap. It's important to have clean hands. especially when handling raw meat. So I'll be washing my hands a few times in this segment. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I have put together here, which is my bag that's all labeled. I again use, I just use a bowl of some sort just to open this bag up so I don't have to worry about things hitting the sides and stuff. It doesn't open it all the way, but it opens it enough because, oh sorry, because it has a spout, so it opens it enough that I'm able to put my chicken in there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick our chicken in that baggie. Try to avoid doing what I just did and getting it on the sides. So do a little bit at a time. All right, we're going to stick that in there. I'm going to wash my hands and wash the cutting board, and we'll get going on the vegetables, so we'll be right back. Okay, so now we have a clean board, and we're going to work on the vegetables. And what I have chosen today is basically what is in my refrigerator. This is another Food 911 kind of thing. You can buy specific vegetables to go into your chicken curry, but I do my shopping at the beginning of the week, so it basically, and I try to pre-plan my menu, but sometimes I forget things. So then I just have to go buy maybe some extra things that are in my refrigerator. So the vegetables I've chosen today to put into my chicken curry are some green onions that I bought. And you can use either bell pepper, which I may use bell pepper because I don't have any green, and then sweet peppers. And these come in a big baggie. You can actually get these at Costco, and I got mine at Winco. At Winco, they're a little bit cheaper than Costco, believe it or not, but these are available almost anywhere, I think, and these are really, really tasty and sweet. My kids actually like to just chop them up and eat them. So that's what we're going to put in there, and then I have a little bit of my fresh garlic that I have pre-chopped, and we're going to stick that in there as well, just a little bit. All right, so let's get going. First, we'll start with our bell pepper. And what we want to do, usually I just kind of go to the edges. The easiest way is to cut it this way, all the way around. And then you've got that core that's already out of there. Now you don't want to waste any of this yummy bell pepper that's down here. So I think we got it all. Put that to the side. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you clean out the white and the seeds, because that's going to make it a little bit on the bitter side. So we'll clean those out. A lot of times you don't even have to use the knife. You can just pull it out, as you can see. And that's what I do because it's easier. But if you want to look more professional, I guess you could cut it out. All right. So we're going to do that. Then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and we want to slice those very thin. And I'm going to keep these on the larger side, so as they cook down, you get little strips of green pepper. There's a couple reasons I do this. I like the bigger strips. I don't like the little diced bell peppers. And the other reason for it is because I have a child in my family that does not eat bell peppers or onions at all. And so it is easier for her, being my little one, that she can just pull these right out, and it's easier for us to separate them and give her just the chicken out of it. So that's the reasons I do the strips. And actually, I'm going to use a smaller knife because I'm having a hard time gripping it. So I have a small sharp knife here. And this is one that we pulled off the edge, and we'll just kind of watch your fingers. Don't cut yourself. All right, so here we have another one. That's a little bit better. Then we can just use the tip and go down with it. So take your tip and go down with it. All right. The next thing we're going to do is some of our little red sweet pepper, or our mini peppers. They're not all red, they're red and yellow. So I'm going to use 2 yellow and 2 red for this. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut those edges off. And I just kind of go inside and I go like this with a knife, a little knife, and just kind of scrape it out. And just have like a little dish on the side that you can put all your innards in. So I'll go over again, you kind of go like this, and I just kind of scrape it. Now they have fancy cores that you can use for like jalapenos and stuff. You can use those as well. I don't have that, and forget to buy that kind of stuff, so I just do it the old-fashioned way and just scrape it out. All right, we have one more. Go ahead, scrape that out. It's pretty easy to scrape it out with a knife. All right, and all I want to do with this is basically the same general idea that I did with the bell pepper. You want to just do thin little slices. Again, making it convenient to pull them out for the people that don't like them. And then making it so that they don't shrivel up to nothing in your meal. All right, so there's one yellow. We'll just continue slicing. I'm going to finish slicing these and we will be back. Okay, now we're on to the green onions. I'm going to take 2 or 3 green onions here that I've already washed, and we are going to slice these up. Now, my family's not big into onion, but I'm going to put it in there anyway because it has great flavor. And I'm doing about 1-inch pieces on this, so there's not going to be an overabundance of onion, but enough that it gives it a nice flavor. Again, big enough to where they can pick it out. Now, the best thing to do is to have that baggie continuously open, because as you can see, as I dice everything, it goes straight in the bag. I don't have to use extra bowls or anything like that. It just goes straight into the bag. It makes it nice and easy. All right, so we've got the onions all done. Now what we want to do, the sauce is going to stay on the side. I'm going to add about a teaspoon or so of fresh garlic that I have pre-chopped in my food processor. So we're going to stick that in there. Garlic goes with everything. Now you can omit the garlic. You don't have to add that if you don't want to. All right, so we are all done with all this. Remove it all. Let me move this to the side. All right, now what you want to do is we have this all ready to go. I have some pure coconut milk here. Now, if you don't have it in the container and you have a can of it, go ahead and add about a half a can. And what we're going to do is it's going to sit in there and freeze with the meat, and it's just going to help tenderize it and mesh all the ingredients together. It's going to just give it a little bit of extra flavor. If you use only half a can, use your remaining half a can to make a cake or cupcakes, you know, where you substitute the water with the milk and you get a really tender cake out of it. So don't throw it out. Make sure you use it for something else, or keep it to the side in case you want to add some extra coconut milk when you're simmering your sauce. So you got a couple options there. I'm actually going to use my carton of coconut milk, and I'm going to add just about a half a cup. We don't want to drench it, but we want it to be in there soaking. So I've got my coconut milk, I've got all my veggies. You can see it's all in there. I'm going to let that milk kind of just press that milk around in there so that it's on the chicken meat. And that's actually going to give your curry a lot of yummy flavor, because in this container of curry has coconut milk in it, and it already contains it. So that's why I like the extra, in case you want to add a little bit of extra to it. So there it is. It's going to be in there, ready to go. And all you want to do is seal that up, stick it in the freezer. Now when you serve this, you are going to take it out of the freezer. You're going to put it into a crock pot and add your sauce right away. So open your sauce up, add it to there, and you're going to simmer it all day long on a low heat while you're at work. And then when you come home, it's all ready to go. Or if you don't have a crock pot and you want to do it on the stovetop, you can do it on the stovetop. I'd put it in there, let it come to a simmer, and then turn it down to a low heat and let it go for a couple hours so that you make sure your chicken and everything is cooked and all the flavors are meshed together. You can season it as you want. You can add some salt and pepper if you want to, or taste it first and see how you like it. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to serve this over some rice. Now, I have these that I get at Costco. They're little containers of brown rice. They're already cooked. All you literally have to do is open this up, cook it for 90 seconds in the microwave, and you've got rice. Now, obviously, you're going to need one or two, well, depending on how much rice you want, you know, you're going to need probably at least 2 of these. Now, another option is cooking your rice ahead of time and freezing it in a freezer bag. You can do the same thing as you're doing with your curry, so that you can just plop that out, heat it up, and it's ready to go. You can use minute rice if you like. I prefer not to do that. Or you can make your rice fresh. But remember, we're trying to do things ahead of time, so whatever is easier for you. And if you want to omit the rice altogether and just eat the chicken curry, you can do that as well. But it always goes really good with rice. So there is my chicken curry. Keep this in your pantry pull it out when you're ready to make your curry meal. And it's all ready to go, all diced and sliced and going right into the freezer with the date. And if you want to make it simple and your husband's having to do it for you, you can write the instructions on the bag. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I'll put the ingredients that I used in the box below. I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up and share this on your Facebook page, as well as joining my Facebook page, Jus4SweetZ, which is basically my sweets page with all my cakes and cookies and all the sweet things that I make. If you want more of these kinds of recipes, you can go to my group page, which is called Recipe Book. Ask to join, and I will put you into the group so that you can share recipes and view recipes from people all over the place as well. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, and until next time, next video, have a great day, everyone. God bless.